Korean couple living in Germany. My name is Yeber. Today is July 9th, and can you guess where we are? We're in Mallorca, Spain. We came here because we heard so many Germans come to Mallorca for their summer vacation. Of course, we couldn't miss out on where all the Germans go. But things didn't go as planned. Day one was kind of a disaster. Let me tell you what happened, one thing at a time. Our flight was at 9:25 a.m. and we were supposed to land at 11:50 with Ryanair. There was no delay, but when I arrived in Mallorca, I was completely alone. See that photo of me sipping coffee at the airport by myself? Can you guess why? Because my husband forgot his driver's license. I told him to double check it multiple times, but he realized it was still in his car right as our gate was closing. We panicked and debated what to do, and in the end, he decided to run for it. He actually made it back to the gate before the plane left, but they didn't let him in because they said the gate was already closed. And apparently, the gate staff told him the flight was overbooked too, but the seat next to me was empty the whole time. There were still people boarding when he got there, so honestly, he felt like they were just being strict with no flexibility. So anyway, he had to book another flight, and I ended up waiting alone at the airport for about 2 hours. Lost money, lost time. Honestly, it just made me really sad and angry. Well, what's done is done. My husband finally arrived, so I tried to shake it off and enjoy the trip with a positive mind. But, of course, something else had to happen. We had booked our rental car with OK Mobility and we thought we were all set. We even had insurance. But when we went to pick up the car, they told us our insurance wasn't through them. They warned us that even a tiny scratch would cost a lot and said we'd have to pay first and claim it later through the third-party site. So, we had no choice but to buy their insurance too. And on top of them, we had to prepay for a full tank of fuel. Originally, we booked a rental for 79 euros 42 cents and added insurance online for 40 euros and 98 cents. Total 120 euros and 40 cents. But at the counter, we paid 260 euros in extra charges. Basically, we ended up spending more than double we expected. Total for 5 days, about 380 euros. Honestly, it felt like we got scammed. So with that bad mood lingering, we finally picked up the car and headed toward Port de Sóller, where our hotel was located. But as soon as we arrived in Port de Sóller, our mood completely changed. The ocean was so beautiful, it felt magical. Our hotel was Hotel Marina Wellness and Spa, and it was honestly amazing. We had booked an ocean view room and it was so worth it. As soon as we stepped in and saw that view, it felt like the sea was comforting us after all the stress. We sat there soaking it for a while, then took a short 30-minute nap before heading out for dinner. Originally, we were planning to go to a Korean famous paella spot nearby, but we wanted something more local. So we asked the hotel staff for a recommendation. They even made a reservation for us. But that's when our third disaster happened. This might sound funny to some Spanish people, but after graduating college, I actually spent about 3 months in Barcelona traveling around. I loved it so much that I even worked part-time at a hostel just to stay there for free. So yeah, I've had a lot of paella in my life. Some amazing, some not so great. But this seafood paella, by the worst I've ever had. The fishy smell was so strong, it hit me in the face the moment it arrived. I tried to keep eating, telling myself, okay, maybe it's just a view text. But we were sitting outside and flies kept coming, like really aggressively. They kept landing on the paella, and yeah, I completely lost my appetite. My husband couldn't even finish one plate. I barely got through mine. and we left almost half of it. It was honestly the worst paella of my life. And the price, 65 euros for 2 plates of paella plus 2 beers. Oh. So yeah, even the last part of day 1 in Mallorca didn't go so well. But still, we couldn't end the day like that. So we took a walk along Port de Sóller together, and the sunset was absolutely beautiful. With a cold beer in hand, watching the golden sky, we finally start to feel like, yeah, I'm glad we came to Mallorca. Tomorrow will be better. It has to be better. So cheers to us for surviving day 1 and making it here safely. This was our chaotic, not so perfect day 1 in Mallorca. Maybe I just complained the whole time. Sorry about that. But the day 2 is full of joy and sunshine. So come back for happier stories next time. Cheers! Hasta pronto!